But first tonight, the big story. No, it's not politics. It's not Bihar. It is a story that concerns every mobile customer in this country. Are you also, like me, frustrated when suddenly in the middle of a heated argument, an intimate conversation, an important business deal, your call suddenly drops? How many of you know the reason and why? Is there a solution to this? In the last 1 month, the Telecom Regulatory Authority in the last 100 days claims to have received 1 lakh complaints on the issue. Is the government doing enough? Let's take a look first. Why does your call drop? 2005, mobile towers, 1 lakh, and the subscribers were 9 crores. This was 2005. Now move to 2015 and look at what's happened. In 2015, number of cell towers 7 lakhs, just an increase of 6 lakhs, but the customers have gone up from 9 crores to 96 crores. Is that the reason? Well, as I said, 1 lakh complaints, 100% increase in complaints in the last 100 days, according to TRAI. So we want to tell you today at India Today the exact reason why this is happening and how possibly this problem can be fixed.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Bet you too had this experience before. But 2 decades after India's telecom boom, the government, it seems, has finally woken up to the consumer's most common concern. The government is now thinking of bringing in disincentives for telecom operators.
Call drop needs to get minimized. They must reinforce their mechanism. एक हमने अपने विभाग के लोगों को निर्देश दिया है कि इस बात का विचार करें कि क्या हम कोई और इंसेंटिव डिसइंसेंटिव का आर्किटेक्चर विचार कर सकते हैं.
So why does your call drop? Picture this. India has now over 7 lakh base transmitting stations, commonly known as mobile towers. The number of cell subscribers in the country are 96 crores. Compare this to a decade ago, when there were about 1 lakh mobile towers and only 9 crore mobile subscribers. While the consumer base grew a whopping 11 times, the new towers increased only 7 times. There's a health concern as well. The massive outrage over radiation from wireless signals causing cancer has also forced cellular companies to limit the circuit intensity. Among other reasons why calls suddenly drop are inadequate availability of spectrum in a particular sector, suboptimal use of existing spectrum, and lack of investment in setting more mobile towers to address the exploding subscribers base.
So what does it really take for you to get that perfect cellular signal? One, that your cell company install more mobile towers, a capital intensive job which the experts say they are not doing. The concentration right now is on beefing up the more profitable business of providing data services like 3G and 4G, which of course provides more revenue. Second, a discredited practice which the government is trying to regulate with moderate success. That's by boosting the signal power of existing towers, because if that is not kept in check, it can have major health hazards for you. For now, the government acknowledges the heartburn a call drop causes you. And as this is becoming a major consumer rights issue, you might want to say hello once again to an old friend you ignored, doing what it does best, lets you talk. With camera person Shakil Ahmed, this is Pankaj Upadhyay in New Delhi, reporting for India Today.
And earlier today, I spoke to the Union Telecom Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad on this growing call drops menace, asking him what was his government going to do to ensure Achhe Din for mobile consumers. Here's what he had to say. How do you respond? How serious, Mr. Prasad, is the problem of call drops at the moment?
Well, I have always said publicly that I am the Telecom Minister of India. I am also the Minister for the consumers of telecommunication in India. And therefore I will speak for their interest. And much before this came in the newspapers, I did not comment upon that. I asked my officers to call all the telecom operators. They had a meeting with them. You know, spectrum auction is complete. We have issued the LOI to them. They have to comply with that. There is abundance of a spectrum. They need to reinforce their mechanism. Additionally, Rajdeep, it is important for you to know that I have told my officers to work out the modality for issuing a formal advisory to them, and also in consultation with TRI, get an architecture if possible. Can we also create some kind of disincentive or incentive, as the case may be, in case of call drops? So all those institutional initiatives we are taking.
Call drops is affecting the average person, and according to TRAI, call drops are now around 14% of all calls are getting dropped, which is 7 times higher than what is acceptable. As I said, sir, this is not a new problem. Over the last 100 days, these complaints have been coming, and even before that. What is the reason, according to you, which is the main reason for these call drops?
Let me give you 2-3 reasons. First and foremost, the operators have to reinforce their system. Spectrum scarcity cannot be an alibi at all. The spectrum auction has been completed, LOI has been given, they have to give their legal compliances, it will be delivered the moment we get it. That's point number 1. Point number 2, Rajdeep, this you need to understand. Campaign against towers or the BTS, base transmission receivers, and call drops cannot go together. You need to reinforce your architecture, infrastructure. For that, tower is needed. And as I have been publicly saying, that in India I see a lot of campaign on radiation. Let me tell the consumers, World Health Organization has got a series of reports, and last is fact sheet 193 of 2014, where they have categorically stated that radiation from mobile tower BTS is not of any uncomfortable level at all or dangerous level. Let me tell you, have you seen a campaign like this in Europe, in America, in other countries?
No, are you saying, Mr. Prasad, that people who are complaining today about the ill effect of mobile towers and demanding pulling them down should not be complaining for call drops?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm only saying, Rajdeep, try to understand what I'm trying to say. There is a report of the World Health Organization, Calcutta High Court of Madras, Kerala, Allahabad, Jaipur, PILs were filed, examinations were made. There are other reports of technical people. And I'm telling you on your channel, if anyone is willing to come with tangible evidence of any harmful effect, we are going to look into it. For instance, you open the television, there is some radiation. You go for X-ray, there is some radiation. You go for your microwave in your kitchen, there is some radiation. The issue is whether it is harmful. The medical report says it is not harmful. But as a telecom minister, I am publicly saying if anyone comes with tangible evidence, not sinister campaign, we are going to look into it.
In the absence of that,
what I am trying to say, Rajdeep, try to...
In the absence of that, are you asking telecom operators to go out there, convince people in neighborhoods to put back those cell towers, or do you put it on high-rise buildings as is done in some countries? What is the solution to ensure, as you are saying, that there will be more cell towers, given that there has been this campaign against radiation?
Yes, I am only saying, what the operators are saying, they are finding it difficult to install new towers on which the BTS is installed. Okay? For instance, in Delhi, MTNL is installing a lot of new towers to improve the connectivity here. I am monitoring that, talking to official authorities on government buildings. Recently, one we had in an NXC of the Parliament, where the Parliamentary Committee gave the permission. Let me tell you, BSNL is going to install 25,000 new towers in India. 15,000 have been installed in the last 1 year. MTNL in Delhi and Mumbai is going to install about 1,800 plus towers to improve connectivity. Rajdeep, what I am trying to tell your viewers today through you is, complaint of call drops and resistance to install BTS on towers cannot go hand in hand. To reduce call drops, installation of more towers, more BTS is a precondition.
You're saying BSNL and MTNL are increasing their capacity for towers. At the same time, some viewers have written in saying private telcos are shutting their cell sites to cut costs and slash capital expenditure on upgrading networks. That they want to spend their capex on 3G networks, which is used for premium data service, rather than on 2G, which is primarily used for voice. Is that also a reality?
No, I'm afraid, Rajdeep, I cannot make a comment on individual complaint unless I've examined. I'm the telecom minister. I must be factually correct.
Right.
But we have got a provision of sharing of towers. where many companies can install their BTS. But a question of fundamental principle, when I'm happy your channel is doing a program on call drops, consumers need to understand that to contain call drops, expansion of BTS towers is a precondition. World over it is there. If you can't allow, many bears, Resident Welfare Association oppose, many the municipalities oppose, many other issues come. I am not against compliance of local laws. But when the telco says they are finding it difficult to expand their infrastructure, they have a point. Therefore, I think as the telecom minister, on your channel, when you have taken up this issue, this message has to go. That as of now, the medical evidence, examination of scientific reports at the very highest level, including by World Health Organization, does not confirm any dangerous impact of radiation from these towers.
Now the question is, can consumers be assured that if this doesn't happen, and if call drops continue, that the ministry will intervene to ensure that private operators compensate the consumer in some manner or ensure a certain minimum level of service? I'm paying more service tax now. I'm actually paying much more than I was earlier. So am I guaranteed by the ministry that they will intervene in such cases, if necessary, as you said, to incentivize or disincentivize those who are either observing or failing the norms?
Rajdeep, therefore I am telling you, because we have a body like TRI, which has got the responsibility, I have asked my department to come with an architecture in consultation with TRI, so that we can address these concerns. Yes, I am telling you, I am also a Minister for Consumers' Interest of India as far as telephony is concerned. I will surely speak in their favor as well. And day one, since the day I have taken over, I have put twin objectives for me, namely growth of telecom sector and also consumer interest.
Since you say you are also a Minister for Consumer Affairs, I am only asking you that one last question. From a consumer perspective, they want to know, is the minister confident that in 100 days the number of call drops will decline?
Rajdeep, I will do my best. Even before you doing your program, I have told you how much active I have been for the last 2 months on this whole issue. Many issues I have talked publicly also earlier. Therefore, I will keep on doing my best, and surely all the telecom operators need to understand that today consumer is awakened. They want good service. They want service without any call drops. And if India is becoming a good communication IT destination, call drop cannot go together.
Am I to understand that, Mr. Prasad, you've never experienced any call drops, or do you also experience call drops, particularly when you're in Shastri Bhavan?
I do also. Why shouldn't I? Come on. I do also. I tell them.
And how do you react?
I've got my other
what happens every time you have a call drop of an important conversation?
No. If it happens, I coolly tell them कि मेरा भी call drop हुआ, ये आप ध्यान रखिए, and they take it on board.
Okay, Ravi Shankar Prasad is giving an assurance to the consumers that he is aware of the issue and he is acting on it. We will see whether Achhe Din then are really coming from the mobile consumer, and I wonder if when Ravi Shankar Prasad gets a call from the Prime Minister, would there be a call drop? Think about it. Okay.